You no longer need to chase after money. Remember, you are the commander of the force that creates it. In this very moment, release all pressure. Breathe with awareness and listen deeply, for a profound truth awaits your discovery. In the first 10 seconds, I invite you to feel, not think. Not a strategic formula to begin with. Not another marketing mantra, but a spiritual awakening, a moment where you realize that you hold the sovereign power to shift the energetic frequency of your life. Have you felt worn out from the endless race? The constant chase to pay bills, earn promotions, and then face the next bill again. This is not your fault. It is the effect of a lack cycle, an energetic pattern you may be unknowingly broadcasting each day. Florence Scovel Shinn once reminded us, "You were born to command, not to chase." When this truth settles in your soul, your life begins to transform. And today, I am here to help you remember that power. Picture yourself standing in a quiet room bathed in warm golden light. No demands, no alarms, no explanations needed. Just you, your heart, and a sacred phrase that begins a new cycle of abundance and wealth. I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Speak this with faith and sincerity, and you no longer become the seeker. You become the radiant source. The value you bring to this world through your work, your love, your wisdom, begins to align with a true financial flow. But the magic isn't just in the words. The power lies deep within the mechanism. When we shift from a frequency of lack to a frequency of sufficiency, the universe and our very nervous system responds differently. Every choice, every chance, every relationship begins to change. And you are the cause behind all this good. If you are truly ready to step out of the cycle of striving, if you are ready to speak to yourself in a new, empowering way, and if you wish to understand why words can reshape your world, then keep going. What comes next will be the first key to help you understand the psychological and energetic roots of the chase. Discover the science behind a single powerful declaration. Receive a 3-step formula to begin living in your divine power today. Have you ever heard the phrase pause to go faster? Today, you will understand its meaning like never before. Have you ever felt like you're running on a never-ending wheel, always moving, yet never arriving? Running to pay the bills, running to make ends meet, running to care for your family, running just to avoid being left behind. Each day, your heart may race, your hands may tremble at the sound of another late deadline email, yet peace, sufficiency, and inner abundance never seem to arrive. And that's when you begin to realize you are caught in a loop of lack because somewhere along the way, you unconsciously took on the role of the chaser, the beggar, the one surrendered to circumstance. But what if today I told you there is another way? A way where you no longer need to chase. All you need to do is remember, you are the light, you are the commander, and money can come to you. Uncovering the root of lack. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, lack is a state of mind usually learned in childhood. Maybe you grew up hearing your mother say, "We don't have enough," or your father sigh, "Money is hard to earn." Those phrases became subconscious programs. Now, whenever you think about money, a quiet voice inside might automatically whisper, "I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I must chase." This voice not only colors your mood, it controls your actions, your decisions, and the energy you emit to the world. Take John, a marketing executive in Chicago. He wakes each morning feeling depleted. He sets a goal to earn an extra $500 each month. But the same cycle repeats: overwork, exhaustion, and still falling short. Why? Because his subconscious is broadcasting a frequency of not enough, turning every opportunity into a battle instead of an ally. From chasing to commanding, here lies the sacred pivot you were not born to chase. You were born to speak with the universe through the power of your inner word. It begins with the words you say to yourself, not "I need money, but money comes to me." I am worthy. I already have. This is the difference between a frequency of lack and a frequency of abundance, and the universe always responds to frequency. I remember when I was in between jobs. Every morning I sat at my desk with a knot in my stomach, unsure when my next paycheck would come. But I changed my internal script. Instead of saying I need a job, I said, the right opportunity is coming to me right now. I repeated this in the mirror 3 times daily with intention and presence. Within 10 days, I received a consulting offer exactly the right size, right pace, right fit. No anxiety, no struggle, just alignment. The psychology of the autonomic response. Your mind, especially your subconscious, is a mirror. Whatever you emit, it reflects. Say I lack, and the universe reflects back shortage, debt, scarcity, stress. Say I am abundant, and your awareness shifts. Your creativity awakens. You notice possibilities. You make new choices. Small ones like sending a resume, asking for help, or starting a conversation at just the right time. The 3-phase transformation model, Phase 1, Awareness. Begin each morning with a declaration like, I am worthy. I am being guided to abundance. Phase 2, Inner Communication Record or speak your affirmations aloud. Try, I do not chase money. Money finds me. Repeat it 3 times a day for 21 days without fail. Phase 3, Responsive Action. When peace and trust become your inner state, you will act not out of desperation, but from alignment. Make that call. Send that email. Ask for support. Not from a place of lack, but from connection, contribution, and inner wholeness. Take Melissa from Seattle. She aimed to earn £1,000 on 500-month teaching yoga online. Fear told her no one will sign up. But instead of chasing clients, she began sharing free wellness videos with the affirmation, I am abundant enough to help others thrive. In 2 weeks, 7 students enrolled in her paid course, bringing in $1,700. That wasn't luck. That was frequency. Emotion. The gateway to abundance. The biggest shift between chasing and commanding is how you feel. When you chase money, your breath shortens, your heart pounds, anxiety follows you. But when you truly know that you are speaking a truth to the universe, I am worthy, you smile, you feel peace, you radiate. That feeling becomes magnetic. I remember hosting a free live stream once. I opened by declaring I give value because I am already full. That week, 3 viewers signed up for my paid program without any sales pitch. They felt my frequency and responded. If you're reading this and see yourself in a space of worry or lack, I invite you to comment below, I am ready to receive. You're not just a reader, you're part of this community. Everyone who comments will receive a 5-minute free coaching card where we'll co-create your personal declaration of power. I also invite you to share your own affirmation, whether it's money flows to me or another phrase that resonates with your soul. Post it in the comments so we can raise the collective frequency of abundance together. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into the spiritual anatomy of each phrase in I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Why each word matters. A guided 21-day practice, how many times to say it when and why it works. The subconscious resistance, those inner doubts like this, is just wishful thinking, and how to lovingly move through them. If you're ready to continue the journey, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because if you miss today, you may miss your turning point. Have you ever felt lost in a crowd of the wealthy? When your bank account rises, but the emptiness inside remains. The truth is, people long for a memory of fullness more than for money itself. And when you use money as a mask to cover emotional lack, you only create deeper loops of scarcity. I realized this one evening while sitting at a luxurious dinner after signing a new contract. People clinked glasses in celebration, but within me echoed a quiet question. Do I truly deserve this? Money had arrived, but my soul felt hollow. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "You cannot fill an empty vessel with material things. Indeed, inner peace is the true foundation. Only then can money flow with ease and stay with grace. The story of Mary, a single mother in Denver. Mary's story gives life to this truth. Background. After her separation, she held a low-paying consulting job. Each month was a struggle. Shift. When she learned about the command, not chase frequency, she began a practice each morning, speaking aloud in front of a mirror. I do not chase money. Money finds me. Action. She accepted a free invitation to teach life skills to local children, giving from the heart without calculating gain. Result: within 3 weeks, a parent approached her seeking private guidance for their child. The result: a high-paying long-term contract, doubling her monthly income. Mary's transformation began not with a resume, but with a shift in frequency. When you command your inner tone, true opportunities find their way to you, no chasing needed. The science of faith. This isn't just spiritual, it's scientific. Belief changes outcomes. Psychological research shows that people who carry positive beliefs instead of fear recover faster and perform better in economics, health, and even relationships. At Harvard, Dr. Ellen Langer found that elderly participants who were reminded they were strong and active began walking more steadily and showing real health improvements within weeks. Belief created reality. When you believe that money is coming, your mind begins to see signs, make better decisions, and respond more resourcefully. This chain reaction becomes true transformation. The power of repetition. Neuroplasticity in action. Each time you say, I do not chase money, money finds me, you're not just speaking, you're rewiring your brain. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity. With every repetition, new neural pathways form, teaching your mind. This is truth. Say it for 21 days, 3 times a day. It becomes a habit, not a wish. Just like going from 0 workouts to daily movement, your brain evolves. You become a person who radiates energy, and that energy attracts new aligned circumstances. A tiny test. When you lose your wallet, imagine today you lose your wallet, cash cards all gone. Your first instinct: panic, fear, scarcity. Now you have 2 responses. Chase. Oh no, I've lost too much. I'll struggle to get it back. Result: stress, anxiety, frantic energy. Command: pause. Breathe deeply. Say softly, I choose fullness. All is being returned to me in the best way. Then you calmly call the bank, block your card, report the loss, and maybe, just maybe, it's returned. This 1 minute of inner reset changed your entire outcome. It reminded your nervous system you are safe and better things are still on their way. That's 3 simple steps for emotional reset. Whenever fear or lack strikes, you're entering chase mode. Here's how to shift instantly. Breathe deeply, count to 5. Say aloud or within, I choose abundance, I am worthy. Write a declaration in your journal or phone. Money flows to me with ease. These 3 steps wake up your nervous system. They break old patterns and spark a new way of processing reality. A collective frequency shift. The New York experiment in New York, a small group practiced the command frequency for 30 days. They recorded themselves saying, money finds me every morning and night. After just 2 weeks, 70% reported receiving at least 1 unexpected opportunity, new clients, partnership offers, debt forgiveness. It wasn't luck, it was alignment. They weren't chasing outcomes, they were calling them in with faith, clarity, and consistency. If you've read this and feel something inside, you say, this could work for me. Comment below, I am ready for abundance. Each week I'll choose 5 readers for a free 1-1 coaching moment where we'll co-create your personal affirmation and support your journey to aligned living. You can also join our Facebook group Command Not Chase or sign up via email to receive the full 10-day morning declarations workbook. In part 3 we'll explore a word-by-word breakdown of I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Why every phrase matters. The power of repeating your practice morning, noon, night for 21 days. How to respond to inner resistance. This sounds unrealistic. I don't believe it'll work. And how to lovingly answer those thoughts. If you're truly ready to break free from old cycles, don't miss part 3. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Your breakthrough might just begin right here. The ultimate affirmation: I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. By now you've uncovered the roots of lack, witnessed real-life stories of change, and taken your first steps into the practice. But the true power lies in understanding each phrase, word by word. I do not chase money. You declare your inner sovereignty. You are not a beggar. You are the commander. Money finds me. You trust that all resources are magnetized toward you effortlessly and rightly. So fills me. You allow abundance to saturate your being without limit, without guilt, and flows to me. You activate dynamic energy. Wealth moves freely. It does not stagnate or retreat. Each part of this affirmation opens a distinct energy gate. And when you speak it with faith, you radiate a frequency that draws reality toward you. The story of Brian. From breakdown to breakthrough. Brian, a software engineer in Austin, found himself buried in debt after his company folded. Skilled as he was, his thoughts kept spiraling. I don't know if I can find a good job again. I have to fight for every step. Then came a mentor who listened deeply and offered one powerful reminder. Stop chasing Brian. Let the opportunity come to you. So Brian began the practice. Morning, noon, and night, he stood before the mirror and spoke the affirmation aloud. He meditated for 10 minutes daily, letting each word settle in his heart. He set daily goals, but from a place of peace, not panic. Within 6 weeks, he received 3 job offers. He began earning royalties from demos he'd written. Eventually, he was named CTO of an AI startup. Today, he is known not only for shaping their product, but for shaping the soul of the company. More than financial success, Brian became a lighthouse, a living example of peace, power, and purposeful creation. Emotional alchemy. The full spectrum shift. True transformation isn't just in what you say, it's in how your body, nervous system, and heart respond. A. Fear, anxiety, pressure. This is the chase mode: rapid heartbeat, quiet panic, cold sweat, impulsive decisions. When you notice this pause, take 3 slow breaths. Say inwardly, this is a signal. My mind is asking for a new focus. Be calm. Lightness, confidence. This is when you speak the affirmation with grounded trust. You don't need to see results immediately. You are open to receive. Brian said, when I went to the interview, I wasn't afraid. I felt complete. I wasn't there to ask for anything. I was there to align with what was already mine. How to sustain the transformational energy record and re-listen. Record your own voice saying, I do not chase money. Money finds me, fills me, and flows to me. Listen before bed. There's magic in hearing yourself affirm your truth. Handwrite the words. Write the affirmation 5 times each day. Handwriting activates a deeper region of the brain. It cuts through distraction. Join the community. Comment yes. I accept to be added to the command, not chase circle. Inside, you'll find support friendships, monthly shared readings, and sometimes unexpected opportunities, inner resistance, and how to gently shift it. It's just words. Answer. Let me prove it to myself. Practice for 21 days. Let the results, not your fears, be the judge. I don't see anything changing. The nervous system transforms slowly. Look for micro shifts, better sleep, calmer interviews, a friend's timely intro. The more you acknowledge small wins, the more momentum builds. If Brian's story stirred something inside, you comment below, I am ready to transform. You'll receive a free ebook, 21 Days of Empowered Declarations, with daily prompts, guided audio, and a morning meditation. And don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with at least one friend you want to see rise. Let's grow, prosper, and radiate together. In the next section, we'll explore a complete recap of the 5 steps from emotion to action. Answers to the most common doubts and internal objections that arise during the process. A new definition of true prosperity, not just your account balance, but your peace, your power, and your inner connection. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications now, because next time we'll tie all the pieces together into one radiant picture for your life. After 3 powerful chapters, you've learned how to stop chasing money and how to let it come to you. Now it's time to take everything you've learned and turn it into a way of living, not just a beautiful phrase. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't just teach us how to speak words of power, she showed us how to live them. True integration means transforming belief into instinct. You no longer have to remember to say, "Money flows to me." Instead, you simply live at the frequency of "money flows to me." Just as you don't remind yourself, "I am someone who breathes," because breathing is part of you. You don't need to think, "I must drink water," because when you're thirsty, you act. That's the ultimate goal. To make abundance your natural state of thought, speech, and behavior. How to embody, "I do not chase money. Money finds me." Step 1. Keyword behavior. Aligned with abundance. Keyword embodied abundance. Ask yourself, if I truly believed money always finds me, what would I do differently today? Example. If you're torn between calling a client or posting another promo ad, and you believe money flows through genuine connection, then you pick up the phone and speak with sincerity, not from fear, but from fullness. You act not from scarcity, but from sufficiency. Step 2. Keyword. Faith-based response to financial challenges. Keyword. Faithful reaction. Ask yourself, if I were living at the frequency of "I am worthy," how would I respond to this unexpected bill? Example A. Hospital bill arrives earlier than expected. Instead of spiraling into panic, you pause. Place a hand over your heart and speak. "I choose to trust that the funds for this are arriving at the perfect time. I am calm. I am abundant." And often that energy opens the flow. A friend repays an old debt, a former client reaches out, or a new opportunity appears. You didn't block the flow, you stayed open to receive. Turning theory into lifestyle. A 7-day integration journey. Day 1, record your voice saying the affirmation. Listen every morning and night. Day 2, write down 5 actions you'd take if you already felt abundant. Choose one, do it. Maybe it's giving a gift or spending time in creative joy. Day 3, personalize the affirmation. Example, "I am a magnet for peaceful, aligned, joyful income." Day 4, share a story of when you felt lack and how you rose above it with faith. Post it or email it as a testimony. Day 5, reward yourself with something small, not as a bribe, but as a signal of worthiness. Day 6, speak to money like a trusted friend. Write or record, "Dear money, thank you for always finding me in the best ways." Day 7, engage with your community. Comment, interact, or share a true story, because community amplifies frequency. The story of Janice, from emergency mode to empowered living. Janice used to live in constant emergency mode. She worked 10-hour days, accepted low-paying clients, and allowed others to disregard her time. One day she asked herself, "If I truly lived the frequency "I don't chase money finds me," what would I do differently? She chose to say no to underpricing and boundary-crossing clients, create a small personal art collection just for joy, share her work with 5 trusted friends without expecting sales. 2 weeks later, a well-known artist in LA invited her to collaborate. The project was aligned in scope and in soul. She now says, "I've learned that doing more doesn't attract money. Doing what aligns with abundance does." If you're here reading these words and feel a desire to upgrade your financial life from the inside out, then I invite you. Comment, "I choose to embody abundance." Share your personalized affirmation in the comments. Sign up to receive the 7-day integration practice via email. And if you're ready for a long-term journey, join our Command Not Chase circle, where we don't just say the words, we live the frequency of prosperity. In the final part, the conclusion will summarize all 4 chapters into a one-page roadmap. Share how to sustain this abundant energy long-term. Guide you through a 5-minute meditation, anchoring into enoughness, and close with a gentle send-off for you to continue your journey grounded and empowered. Hit follow and turn on notifications so you don't miss the final and most transformative piece of this path. It's time to pause and ask yourself the most essential question. What does true prosperity mean to me? Is it the number in your bank account? The freedom to shop as you wish? The dream home by the lake? No. In the spirit of Florence Scovel Shinn, prosperity is not what you possess. It is the energy you live in. A clear definition. What is prosperity? Prosperity, as Shinn described it, is the natural flow of good, including money, health, love, opportunity, and peace, that comes when you dare to live from inner guidance rather than fear. Florence wrote, "All that you seek is already yours." The issue is not how to get it, but how to remove the beliefs that block it. So prosperity is not a result, it is a state of being. The 3 levels of prosperity. Level 1, material prosperity, money, assets, possessions. This is the most visible form, but also the most misleading. If you focus only on wealth and neglect your inner worth, you may end up rich in numbers, but empty in spirit. Level 2, mental spiritual prosperity. Belief, clarity, direction. You no longer follow trends, you follow the guidance of your soul. When your budget dips, you don't panic because you know money is an effect, not the source. Level 3, emotional prosperity. A felt sense of fullness, safety, love. This is the true foundation. When you possess emotional prosperity, you speak to money with affection. You make decisions without fear. You allow loss as part of a larger flow. 5 daily keywords to cultivate trust. Flow, alignment, deservingness. Receiving. Write these on a note. Stick it to your mirror. Each morning ask yourself, which word will I embody today? A 3-step daily practice for sustaining prosperity. Step 1, morning centering. 5 minutes. Take 3 deep breaths. Speak aloud, I align with divine prosperity. Ask yourself, what can I do today from a place of fullness? Step 2, awareness while spending. Every time you make a purchase, ask, what energy am I giving this with? If fear appears, pause and affirm, I have enough to give and I have enough to receive. Step 3, daily recognition of abundance. Each night, write down 3 things you received that day. A smile, a kind message, a compliment. All are signs of sufficiency. Carla's story. From scarcity to radiance. Carla, a black woman living in Georgia, once believed that money wasn't meant for people like her. She worked endlessly, yet always felt behind. Then she heard a line from Florence Scovel Shinn. You don't need to earn more money, you need to open yourself to receive it. Carla began writing, each morning, I am worthy of receiving money with love and gratitude. She started sharing her journey through a small blog. Within 6 months, a community formed around her. She began hosting classes on money healing. Now, Carla says, I'm no longer afraid of money. I welcome it like an old friend with the door wide open. If this message resonates with your heart, take one of these steps. Comment, I choose to live in prosperity. Share your personal affirmation in the comments. Invite one friend to watch because prosperity multiplies when shared. Join our group, Prosperity Circle, where we practice, grow, and expand daily. Dear friend, this is the final chapter of our 5-part series, but it's the first step in your true prosperity journey. In the bonus session, if you wish to receive it, I will guide you through a 5-minute prosperity meditation, share extended resources, books, classes, and practice communities, and most importantly, help you write your personal prosperity declaration. If your heart says yes, comment, I want the bonus. Now that you've embraced the affirmation, I do not chase money, finds me, and clearly redefined what true prosperity means, you might be asking, where do I begin? What can I do right now to align with abundance? In the spirit of Florence Scovel Shinn, who always emphasized intuitive and aligned action, this is your practice map. This is how you turn words into experience and experience into lifestyle. Morning alignment. Feel before you do. Each morning before checking your phone or diving into work, take 3 sacred minutes to place your hand on your heart and ask, how do I want to feel when I interact with money today? If your answer is peaceful, supported, worthy, that is your frequency and your compass for every decision today. Practical exercise. Write down your desired feeling for the day. Place a small object, a coin, a bead of flour on your desk or in your pocket. Every time you touch it, silently affirm, I invite prosperity with love. The power of journaling. Proving worth to yourself. Florence once said you only receive what you feel worthy of. And the only way to feel worthy is to prove it to yourself every single day. How to do it? Each evening, write down 3 things you attracted today: a compliment, a helping hand, a gentle moment. Title your entry proof that I am living in abundance. End with this line, I open my heart to receive even more tomorrow. Living the mantra through action. You've learned this powerful mantra, I do not chase. I attract. What belongs to me will find me. But don't just speak it live by it. Examples. You're about to send a debt collection email in frustration. Pause. Breathe. Reframe it from a space of trust and calm. You're afraid to raise your service prices. Write the mantra on a sticky note. Place it under your keyboard. Adjust your price from a place of worth, not worry. Relating to money as a friend. Money is not your enemy. Money is not your savior. Money is a neutral companion that reflects the energy you send its way. Practice. Write a letter to money, dear money. Pour out all your emotions, anger, fear, gratitude, joy. Then close with, from today, I choose to see you as a loving friend who returns, waits, and understands. Share to strengthen the frequency. No one sustains high frequency alone. That's why Florence always encouraged sharing. Because when you share your journey, you activate the collective flow. Comment below today, I choose to live in fullness. Share one practice you'll begin right now. Tag a beloved friend who's also on a journey of financial healing. You're also welcome to join the Prosperity Action Circle, where every week we take one aligned action to live prosperity from the inside out. What's next in the next and final part will guide a 5-minute prosperity meditation inspired by Florence. Summarize all 6 chapters into a single prosperity mind map, and co-create your personal prosperity declaration. This final step is the last piece of the puzzle, the one that ensures you not only hear and understand abundance, but truly live in it every single day. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the most powerful moment of this journey. So far you've walked through understanding the root of chasing, practicing empowered affirmations, redefining true prosperity, integrating new habits, applying aligned behavior, living daily with intention. Now it's time to validate what you've learned by witnessing real-life stories. Because when you see how inner shifts lead to outer transformation, belief becomes embodied. Case study Emma, Chase versus Command. Emma in chase mode. Fresh out of college, Emma took jobs with the belief, I need to prove my worth. She worked long hours, took on pressure-heavy deadlines, and despite decent pay, she constantly felt drained, overwhelmed, and lacking in both finances and fulfillment. Emma in command mode. Once she shifted to, I am enough to choose. I am worthy of love and rest. She began negotiating higher pay, choosing aligned clients, and making time for herself. Results, a 30% income increase, reduced stress, and newfound confidence, not just financially, but personally. 2 Emmas, 1 woman. 2 entirely different realities. That's the power of commanding your inner state. Daniel's story, from seeking approval to owning vision. Daniel, a new film director, once approached investors with the energy of please accept me. Even with a strong script, he faced rejections because his energy was timid, his posture begging. Then he found command, not chase. He began to hold firm on his rates, even for small projects. Send proposals from belief, not desperation. I've prepared for this. I'm ready. This vision deserves realization. Outcome. An unexpected investor reached out, specifically noting how Daniel held his value. The film got greenlit. Today, Daniel's career continues to grow with aligned partners and better pay. Why command works better than chase. A psychology insight. A. Internal frequency. Shift. When you chase, you send the message, I'm not enough. When you command, you signal, I am enough, I am worthy. People respond to your self-respect. Your energy trains others how to treat you. B. Emotional energy versus behavior. Two teens ask to borrow money. One speaks anxiously, the other calmly and confidently. The one who's grounded is more likely to be heard because his emotional presence invites trust. Real-world actions speak and act from worth. Step 1. Craft empowered value statements. I am worthy of being paid X for this work. I choose to collaborate only with those who honor my process and value. Speak these aloud before pitching, meeting, or submitting proposals. Step 2. Take aligned actions. Send clear, courteous emails like, based on my experience, I charge X dollars, and I'm confident this partnership will deliver strong results. Step 3. Anchor the feeling. After any negotiation or client conversation, place your hand on your heart. Take a breath. Say, today, I honored my worth. This anchors the emotional memory and rewires your self-perception. Application in finance and investment. Considering stocks or funds. Chase mode, reacting from FOMO, rushing in blindly. Command mode. I've done my research, I await alignment. Commanding investors don't panic with headlines. They move from long-term vision, not short-term fear. Join the collective movement. Comment, I command my worth. If you're ready to speak and live this truth. Share one moment where you chose command over chase. Tag a friend you want to invite into this journey of empowered living. Then join the Command Not Chase Collective, where every month we celebrate small wins, a respectful negotiation, a new client, a wise investment. You'll be uplifted by real-time support and shared momentum. Next up, the Prosperity Toolkit. Your exclusive set includes email templates for value-based communication, affirmation cards for interviews and client calls, a 5-minute command, confidence meditation, a 30-day command, not chase challenge with weekly reflection prompts. To receive your toolkit, comment, I want the toolkit, and hit subscribe. Because this isn't just the next step, it's your first move into real-world aligned action. I receive all that is good with joy and gratitude. This is your affirmation, simple yet powerful. Not because the words hold magical power themselves, but because you have chosen to believe in the vibration of goodness. When you say, I receive all that is good, you are not merely speaking. You are knocking on the door of the universe with an open heart. Florence Scovel Shinn reminded us, faith opens the door to the invisible. Faith is not passive waiting, it is an inner action. A truly ready person is someone who no longer doubts that good things are meant for them, doesn't need evidence in order to believe, doesn't fear loss because they trust the right things arrive at the right time. You may ask, how will I know I'm ready? The answer is, when you stop asking, you already are. In the state of readiness, you are not restless or anxious. You are calm like a flower blooming in season. You are joyful like a child, embraced by what they've always hoped for. This is the energy of one who is vibrating at the frequency of their desires. The universe plays like a symphony, and your mantra is the opening note. Daily practice. Living the readiness. Declaration. Morning practice, just 3 minutes. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Speak this affirmation 3 times with sincerity. I receive all that is good with joy and gratitude. Then inhale softly. Exhale slowly. Feel your entire being open like a flower. Throughout the day, whenever doubt arises, whisper this as a gentle reminder. I am ready, and what is good is already finding me. You are not alone on this journey. If you are practicing this declaration, leave a comment below. I am ready to receive. I open my heart today. These words are seeds. When planted in our shared consciousness, they help others remember trust. You're also invited to join our group Light Receivers, where we share the daily journey of receiving with grace and awareness. Florence always emphasized words are not just tools. They are mirrors of your inner state. If you say, I am ready to receive, but your heart is still crowded with fear, doubt, or resistance, the words become hollow. So the purpose of practice is not to repeat until you believe it is to reconnect with the feeling that was already true inside you. That feeling comes when you take time to truly listen to yourself. Pause in the rush, breathe, and reconnect. Write down what you know you deserve, not just what you hope for. A person living in lack will beg for goodness as if they're undeserving, compare themselves to others as if always behind, reject the present moment as if it's not enough. A person living in abundance will give thanks for the small joys each day, choose peace over comparison, see prosperity in a cup of tea, a ray of sun, a deep breath, because they know receiving begins within. Florence once shared a story of a student who would often say, I want money. I need money. I must have money now. But nothing shifted. Until one day she changed her declaration to, the riches of God are pouring into me ceaselessly from unexpected sources. Within weeks, a long-forgotten investment brought unexpected returns. 5 daily mantras you can use. I receive all that is good with joy and gratitude. What is mine by divine right is already on its way to me. I already have enough, and the universe is adding the very best. Nothing is against me, everything is opening the way. I walk in light and prosperity. Choose the one that resonates most deeply. Whisper it each morning, not to control the universe, but to remember. You don't need to become anything other than your best self. Every time you write your declaration publicly, you don't just uplift yourself, you remind others that they are not alone. Faith still lives. Light still shines in this world. So, if you're still reading this comment now, I am a receiver. I open to all that is good today. These words are soft notes echoing to someone who needs to hear them. The most powerful declaration is not the one shouted the loudest. It's the one you live. In the smile you offer a cashier. In the gratitude you pour into a simple meal. In the silence you choose over conflict. That's how you live the affirmation, not just recite it. If this message touched something deep within, you send it to someone who might be longing for a new doorway. They don't need to believe in manifestation. They just need to be someone looking for something to believe in. We don't have to convince anyone. We simply share the light and let them feel it. This is your declaration. But how do you wish to live from here? In the next part, we'll begin an entirely new chapter. Not as one who believes, but as one who embodies. How do you walk with conviction? How do you see with your soul before you see with your eyes? I'll meet you in part 9, where you become through action presence and unshakable energy. Opening affirmation. I act as though the good has already happened, because in the invisible it has. This is no longer the declaration of someone pleading. It is the affirmation of one who manifests. One who walks not in hope of a miracle, but as the miracle itself. Florence once wrote, faith without works is dead. To declare I am ready means to move like one who truly is. No more waiting for a sign. No more needing others' approval. No more holding out for perfect timing. What are you still waiting for? An email confirmation from the universe. Someone to agree with your worth before you start. The ideal circumstance before you act. Florence would smile and say, you already have it. Step into it. Living as if you already have it. To live as if you already have doesn't mean showing off. It means calmness in uncertainty. Trust that what is yours will arrive. No fear of loss because you are not holding, you are radiating. When someone says, I have love, I have prosperity, I have health, they don't look at what is currently visible. They look through the spiritual vision, the soul's eyes, as Florence called it. When you say I live in prosperity, you might Treat someone to lunch even when it's tight. Buy something you love without guilt, within means. Clean your space like you're welcoming something new. When you say, I deserve true love, you might. Write a love letter to yourself. Stop waiting for texts from those who don't value you. Open to new beginnings rather than clinging to the past. You don't wait for reality to change, so you can live differently. You live differently, and reality catches up. You are the light for yourself and for others. If you are already living as a manifester, leave a comment. I walk in faith. I live as though the good has arrived. Someone out there will read that and think, if they can, so can I. Florence taught, what stops most people isn't circumstance, it's a wavering mind. You might declare boldly today, but tomorrow, one small doubt enters. Maybe I said it wrong. If this is real, why hasn't it happened yet? Maybe it's not meant for me. These thoughts are like soft clouds veiling your inner sun. Not because the sun stopped shining, but because you turned away. Florence reminded, the one unmoved by appearances becomes master of destiny. You don't need to strain to hold faith. You just need to return to center. Each time doubt arises, say, I trust what my eyes have not yet seen, because my soul already knows. Real story Mary, a student of Florence. Mary felt defeated after many job rejections. Still, she declared daily, I am divinely guided to the right work at the right time. But weeks passed and nothing changed. Then, one day, browsing an old bookstore, she bought a tiny book that called to her. Tucked inside was a flyer for a job in her exact field. She applied and was hired. It wasn't luck, it was alignment with the vibration she had been living. Florence wrote, a word spoken from the soul can cut a path through the wilderness. Manifestors aren't obsessed with dates. They don't ask, when will it happen? They ask, did I live aligned today? Because your words only gain power when your life walks alongside them. You say you love yourself. Do you pause when you're tired? You say you deserve wealth. Do you allow yourself to receive without guilt? You say you are guided. Do you slow down enough to actually listen? Florence never taught blind self-affirmation. She taught soul-aligned living, and that's where miracles are born. If you are already on this path, share what you are manifesting. Don't overthink it, even one line is enough. I'm living in alignment with my truth. I trust the good, though unseen. I am a manifester. Your words might become someone else's reason to keep going. You don't need to be perfect, just honest every day. With your emotions, with your desires, with your choice to act from light, not fear. Florence never asked us to be strong all the time. She simply reminded us to return to our center and speak again when we've wandered. I know I am being guided. I allow the good to come in the best way possible. Now that you are living as a manifester, the next chapter is vital. How do you stay in high vibration when life tests you? We won't talk about avoiding pain, but about embracing emotion, transmuting shadows into light, and not letting temporary chaos steal your direction. Join me in part 10, Holding Faith in the Storm, the art of the enlightened one, the art of standing strong in uncertainty. Opening affirmation. Nothing can shake the one who stands firm in faith. There will be days when you wake up and no longer see the light. Yesterday you felt inspired, today you feel hollow. This is not failure. This is the testing ground of faith, what Florence Scovel Shinn called a vibration checkpoint. When your affirmation hasn't yet manifested, when your desires feel far away, when your heart feels like a grey, silent field, what remains? Choice. You choose to stay in high vibration or to sink into fear, to repeat your mantra or to repeat your doubts. Florence wrote, don't ask why your desire hasn't come. Ask, am I still in harmony with it? You may feel disappointment, frustration, or sadness. That doesn't mean you broadcasted the wrong signal or that you're attracting negativity. Florence never taught emotional suppression. She taught how to lift your frequency through gentle acceptance. Examples of emotional alchemy. Feeling lonely. Write, I am worthy of deep mutual love. Feeling scarce. Breathe, then say, prosperity rises from within me. Feeling lost, gently affirm I am being guided step by step. Clara's story. Grace in the dark. Clara, a middle-aged woman and student of Florence, lost both her job and her apartment within 2 weeks. Still, she repeated the same affirmation. I cannot lose what is mine by divine right. Though she didn't know where she'd sleep tomorrow, she chose not to withdraw her faith. 3 weeks later, an old friend called, offering her a temporary home. That connection led to a brand new job. It wasn't luck. It was a soul that refused to let the storm extinguish its inner flame. 5 tools from Florence for emotional resilience. Conscious breathing. Connect to your inner source. Daily affirmation writing. Set your frequency each morning. Healing music. Play melodies that calm and elevate. Gracebox ritual. Write down desires. Place them in a box. Then release attachment. Faithful micro-actions. Call someone, clean a corner. Help quietly. Florence reminded us, you don't need grand gestures, just a consistent vibration. The universe will do the rest. Are you facing a test of faith right now? Are you still speaking your declarations even when nothing seems to be shifting? You are not alone. Drop a comment below. I'm holding my vibration in the storm. I choose to trust even when I don't yet see. Your words might become someone's reason to keep going. We are not lone practitioners. We are a living web of light. When you have declared your truth, lived as a manifester, and stayed centered in the storm, the next step is essential: to weave your light into every area of your life. In the final chapter, we'll connect all previous parts into one radiant whole, inspire you to live in full alignment with your soul, and invite you to walk not only as a believer, but as a bearer of light in the world. As you reach this point, a quiet question may be echoing within you. Can I really transform my life with words and belief? And Florence Scovel Shinn would smile gently and answer, it's not the words that change your life, it's the vibration you place inside them. We did not come to this world to struggle or to wait for miracles from the outside. We came to awaken, to create miracles from within, and to remember our soul always knows the way. Throughout this journey, you have done more than simply hear concepts. You've been invited to touch the very essence of your own inner power. You now know that your words are seeds. Your belief can open doors in the desert. You can hold light even when you don't see the sun. As Florence once said, darkness is only a space waiting for your light to arrive. And you are that light, no one else. There is no perfect formula. No one stays aligned at all times. The only requirement is this: to be honest with your feelings and to return to the frequency of your truth. No matter where you are on this path, just beginning or walking it for years, remember, every step sends ripples. Every affirmation shifts your reality. Every action taken in faith is a miracle in motion. In the comments below, share, what are you affirming each day? What vibration are you choosing to carry in your heart? You might say, I am trusting in what is good. I am allowing myself to receive. I am living as someone who already has what I desire. Each comment is a candle. And when we light them together, darkness loses its place. If something within you has awakened during this journey, hit subscribe and stay with us as we live by the lights speak from the soul, and together manifest the impossible. This is not just a channel, it is a sanctuary of awakening. Things you can do right now. Write down your personal declaration. Place it where you'll see it daily. Take one small action in alignment with your current faith. Share this video with someone you love as a gift. Record yourself, speaking your mantra. Listen to it each morning. Join our community to remember each day you are never walking alone. Florence once said, never underestimate a sincere word. It can turn the tide of destiny, and that power you already hold it in your hands.